What's up, guys? Before we get into this game, we want to talk about something that's much bigger than football. As you guys know, a very tragic event happened yesterday in the Pittsburgh area. 11 people unfortunately lost their lives because some jackass decided to shoot up some store or whatever it was, and unfortunately, because of that, 11 people unfortunately lost their lives. And we want to give our thoughts, our prayers, our condolences to them and to the families affected and to anyone affected in that tragic event. It's unfortunate that this stuff happens in the world. We just want to let you guys know that you guys are in our hearts and in our prayers, and we want to give our sincere condolences to you guys.
This event yesterday was extremely tragic. It was out of nowhere, and the fact that no matter where you go, there's always violence somewhere, and that's the scary thing to think about in this world that it is today.
It is.
It's very sad about what happened. I hope the freaking jagoff that did this crap goes to hell, because he deserves to burn in hell.
Yeah.
Like we said, our thoughts, our prayers, and our condolences go to the people in Pittsburgh. Guys, please stay safe out there, because it's a dangerous world out there. And Pittsburgh, stay strong, because we are stronger than hate.
Absolutely, man. And obviously, we don't live in the Pittsburgh area, unfortunately. But we are major fans of Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh city and everything revolved around it. We obviously, as you guys can see, we're Steelers fans, we're Pens fans, we're Pirates fans, we're Panthers fans. So, although we don't really pay much attention to 2 out of those 4 teams, we are still all Pittsburgh. And although we don't live in Pittsburgh, it still affected us, because Pittsburgh is very near and dear to our lives and our hearts. Because, just look at the wall.
Seriously, look at the banner and it says Pittsburgh.
So, anyone affected, just want to give our sincere condolences, and hopefully we can overcome this as we did today. On a very positive note, the Steelers, this victory, this game was a big honor and a big dedication to those affected. So beginning into the game, man, the Steelers beat the Browns 33-18, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, but other than that, man, the Steelers had a very, very, very good performance, man. Coming off the bye, coming into home against the Browns, we had a very, very great performance, man. The offense played great. Defense looked pretty good. These past few games, I will say that the defense has actually picked up the pace a little bit. They have looked pretty good the last 3 or 4 games, which is good to see, obviously.
Yes.
So, but let's just get right into this game, man. The offense, Ben had a very good game. He had over 250 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw a pick, but I don't necessarily find that his fault, because I believe Matt Fuller got completely beat on that play, which forced Ben to throw it, and it was unfortunately picked off.
Yeah.
So,
Ben had a great game. Antonio Brown, again, Ben and Brown appear to have that Wi-Fi connection working perfectly. They connected a whole lot in this game.
That connection is stronger than ever.
They got 2 touchdowns in this game, which was very good.
And one of them was being AB completely wide the hell open, which, it's almost like shooting yourself in the foot. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, seriously.
Don't you ever leave someone like Antonio Brown that wide open. It's crazy to think that people are that defense is that freaking idiotic.
Yeah, if you're really going to do that, then maybe you shouldn't play football anymore.
Pretty fucking much. You leave someone Antonio Brown. You leave someone like Antonio Brown that wide open. It's like we said, it's like shooting yourself in the foot. It's freaking idiotic.
It is, but it was in favor for us, obviously.
Obviously, which was obviously a great play as well. But AB did have a very good game. He had I have the stats here. Give me one moment. I have he had 6 receptions for 74 yards, but he did have 2 touchdowns as well. But the highlight of the game, man, let's just
James Conner.
Yeah.
All right. We said it way back in preseason, way back to training camp. We said, give this guy a chance. This guy will blow everyone out of proportions. This guy will blow everyone out of the water. James Conner, we said several times, he is the freaking future of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
24 carries for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns, along with 5 receptions for 66 yards. So a total of 29 touches for 212 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Enough said.
Mr. Bell.
Mr. Le'Veon Bell.
Yes, Mr. Bell. I want you to do us a very big and solid and very favor for us, I want you to slide into Pittsburgh. I want you to slide into the Steelers facility. I want you to take that pen. I want you to sign your name on the contract, sign your franchise tag, and I want you to agree to a trade, because it seems like that after today, we obviously don't need you, because James Conner just had another phenomenal fucking game. Now, yes, we understand that if Bell was still with this team, that this offense would be much scarier than it already is, which is obviously something that is exciting and scary to think about for defenses. But do we really need him when James Conner is really doing the same shit Bell can do?
Absolutely freaking not.
He can catch the ball. He can block. He can break tackles.
The guy can do it all at the running back position.
He can do everything you ask him to do.
This is why we say give him a chance, give him more carries, give him more playing time. Look what the fuck he is doing.
Exactly, dude.
He is balling. He is putting up stats. He is literally in Steelers history right now.
He is. Like, I believe at the end of the game they said that, I can't remember what the stat was, but I know he's like 2 games away from breaking Franco Harris record, which I believe is most games with 100 rushing yards and 50 receiving yards or something like that. Coming from, I can't remember the specific stats, but I know
in one full season.
But you know, he's in rich company with Franco Harris and Willie Parker, dude. Like, remember, this is only his second year, and this is all in one freaking year. You know, and this early into the year, man.
Exactly. And the fact that people still want to say, "Oh, you're going to need Bell for the upcoming game," motherfucker, why don't you just schmat, okay? Just schmat.
For real, I mean,
like, we don't need Bell. And if that's a mighty big if Bell does play, do not sit Conner, because that would be a big FU to Conner.
Why would you sit Conner after what he's doing?
Like,
that is idiotic.
You know how the Saints use Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara. Basically do that.
Right.
Because the Saints are using Kamara more as a receiver. Do that with Le'Veon Bell.
Exactly.
He is a good route runner. The guy's got hands. He is a very valuable and very good receiver that he can be for us.
Oh, absolutely.
And Conner,
Just
look what he did tonight and in the games prior to this.
Exactly. Like, it's fucking crazy. Now, do we still want Bell to be traded? Yes. Specifically because for the benefit of not only our team but our defense, because we will get into it later. You know, the defense, they had a very, very, very good performance. They had a pretty good performance today, but that right cornerback position is obviously still an issue because Kylie Sensabaugh, who didn't do too bad today, you know, I do believe he is a little banged up and everything. Audie Burns, I don't think he barely saw any time.
Yeah, I rarely saw Audie Burns.
So, you know, the right cornerback position is still going to be an issue, but do we want Bell to be traded? Yes, specifically because we want to help the defense. But we're not going to sit here and say that Bell coming back with this team and with this offense would be absolutely unexciting, because it definitely wouldn't be. You know, it would be absolutely fucking phenomenal with this offense. You know, with the way it's hot right now. You know, 4-2-1 has never looked any better.
Seriously.
It hasn't looked better at all before. You
Yeah.
know, the way we are playing right now, you know, it's great shit. And don't give us a shit. It's the Browns, man. The Browns have actually. I don't want to sit here and say they've done good, because I mean they kind of have, but they kind of haven't.
But they've upgraded.
They have.
They've upgraded. I mean, for fuck's sake, they're winning.
You know,
they won some games.
Yeah.
So it's an upgrade.
Right. I mean, you know, obviously it's still the Browns, but you know, this is still a very impressive, very good performance, man.
Right.
So,
but the offense played absolutely tremendous.
They played
it was
great.
a fantastic game. And the defense, they hold their own end of the stick. There were some points where they were very comfortable and conservative and allowed some big plays, but nonetheless,
as was the offense, of course. But know, obviously that didn't affect us whatsoever, because the outcome was obviously still great. We still got the dub. It didn't affect anything negatively.
Yeah.
And you know, we just came up and came alive at the end of the game, especially Conner, man. So
absolutely, you know, the defense did very good, but that doesn't mean that I've grown more faith into them.
Right.
Because we're going up against more dynamic offenses, like I've mentioned several times in our previous videos. Like, I still don't feel comfortable with the defense. If they can do that against the Ravens next week and other teams like that, then yeah, I'll grow more confidence.
Right, of course. But you know, you obviously can't blame us for doing that, because you know we specifically Butler. Wow, Keith Butler, especially Keith Butler, you know, he kind of does this stuff, and then towards the end of the season, you know, he kind of just gets comfortable, he gets conservative, and fucks up a lot.
Exactly.
But, you know, I will say that the defense has done pretty good these last 3-4 games, which is good to see. You know, it's great to see some upgrade and everything. Mm-hmm. But, you know, we obviously just want to see a little bit more consistency, especially against bigger and tougher competition, like the Ravens and like the Panthers.
Yeah, seriously.
And like the, you know, the Saints and stuff like that. So
yeah, the defense got great pressure. You know, they got 2 sacks. I believe it was 2 sacks. One was from Tua and one was from... But you know how we always say Ben Roethlisberger is the owner of the Browns? Why not add a co-owner in T.J. Watt?
Yeah, pretty much, because T.J. Watt had a very good game today. Although he had 1 sack, he did allow constant pressure. He was very good on tackles. His hustle was great.
He's still making plays against the Browns.
Yeah, and Joe fucking Hayden against his former team had a phenomenal interception, man. It's almost like a Troy Polamalu type interception, man. You know, the effort, the extension, the the heart that he put
The playmaking ability that he did to get that interception was absolutely phenomenal
against his former team, and Joe Hayden had a great game as well. So defense played very good. It's great to see that they're upgrading. Hopefully this continues heading next week against the Ravens, which is part 2. We obviously know how that ended. Unfortunately, it was probably one of the worst performances we've seen from the Steelers in history. So hopefully we have a different result, like we had a different result against the Browns. So,
yeah, seriously.
So either way, man, offense had a great game. Defense played very good. Overall, phenomenal victory. Great victory coming off of the bye. And then gaining some momentum heading into that long stretch of games, which starts with the Ravens, which is obviously not going to be easy, although they're getting blown the hell out by the Panthers right now, which is obviously fun to see. They're still going to come... I believe they go home.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're still going to go home, especially against a division rival like us. They're still going to give us a tough challenge.
Which that makes a more difficult challenge.
Absolutely. So, let's just gain... It's great to get the win so we can gain off of that and head in next week with some momentum, with some hype, and with some confidence.
Absolutely.
So
let's celebrate this win, continue the winning streak, and gain some more momentum heading into the long stretch of games later on this season.
Absolutely, man. So great performance, great win, and let's just get ready for the Ravens next week. Part 2 should be a hell of a game, man. So let's get ready for next week, man.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace!